Hey YouTubers, Grimmy here, and this is the video review for the Toys R Us exclusive Power Rangers Megaforce Gosei Great Megazord, the Nippon edition, which basically means you're getting the Japanese version of the Gosei Great Megazord, or Gosei, which is always a nice thing. You know, I always like the Japanese toys a little bit more than the U.S. counterparts because there seems to be some cost cutting and safety issues, and the U.S. toys have to deal with that end up interfering with the aesthetics of the toys. And they're also keeping the U.S. toys to that Zord builder gimmick that might work, might not work for people, but you know, that's just how it is. Anyway, we're going to start by looking at the box, which is basically the Japanese box with this little ribbon wrapped around it, pretty much giving you the U.S. name and all that. So we'll get that out of the way. And you know, it's a nice looking box. Got an image of the Zords, or mechs, on the top, and a nice big image of the toy inside. Looks beautiful. It's real nice. The title in Japanese, of course, and you can see it's the DX Gosei, or, well, I guess that's what it's saying. I know I do see the DX, so I guess that means deluxe, but and unfortunately, I'm not able to read Japanese. Sorry guys, but that's how it is. You turn it to the side, and you got an image of some of the features and extra things like the gun that you can actually plug the Zord heads onto. An image of the tail weapon, and an image of the Megazord with the tail weapon in hand. And here we go, looking at the head gimmick. How all the heads are removable from the Zords. And I'm just using Zord because I don't have a better term or a Japanese term to go with here. Okay, and you can see where it says multiple ports to plug in those heads. And also mentioning how you can plug the heads into the gun. And looking at the back, yeah, you got the image of the 5 Zords, how they combine. Another look at the head gimmick, and the Gosei ripping off Voltron's lion head attack. Ooh, man. You know, that stings. I'm a big Voltron fan, so yeah, seeing the Power Ranger Zords doing one of Voltron's moves, cool, but you know, at the same time, I would rather see Voltron doing it. Yeah, that's just me. But anyway, enough of looking at the box. Why don't we take a look at the toys inside? Okay, and now we have the individual Zords opened up and ready to go. And let's see if I can name these right, because I actually don't watch a lot of Power Rangers anymore. But yeah, we got the Black Snake, Red Dragon, what, the third or fourth version of a Red Dragon? Well, there are a lot of Red Dragons in Power Rangers. You got the Yellow Tiger. Another one that's kind of past incarnation, I guess. The Blue Shark. And the Pink or White Phoenix. No, it's a Phoenix, I know that much. I guess it's a Pink Phoenix. Yeah. Okay, the snake is the only one that really seems like a new idea out of all of these, honestly. I've seen tigers and dragons and sharks and phoenixes before in Power Rangers. Although these are nice because they're not just animals, they're vehicles. Like you got tank treads on this guy. Kind of looks like a construction vehicle. Even has a nice opening mouth. The shark looks like a submarine, which is pretty cool. And you got landing gear, like you actually got wheels so you can roll them real nice. These all roll real nice, actually. You got the Phoenix, looks like a small little mini jet. Again, landing gear, always handy. Although this one has some balance issues. That'll tip over easy. You got the Snake, which is actually a train. I mean, that is impressive. This is a nice one. Although, a train would be the best choice given how this part combines with the rest of the Megazord. But yeah, it's that rolls very well. And then you got the Dragon, which looks like a fighter jet of some kind, or a super jet or a gunship. It's hard to say for certain, but it's a big one. Yeah, really big. They all have these nice little opening and closing mouths, by the way, which is really cool. But yeah, these guys actually look pretty nice. And they're easy to transform too. I mean, seriously, but you know, where would the fun be in that? So why don't we get this into robot mode and see how he looks there. Okay, now that we got the Gosei Great Megazord put together, there's a little addendum I'd like to make. Well, I'd like to tell you, you know, I was just doing a little research between the Zords and here, and it's looking like Gosei was actually the name of the series this guy's from, not the Zord himself. Now, I don't know what the Japanese name for this guy is. Sorry, my tokusatsu knowledge is pretty low. All I know is that it's a really cool looking beast when you get it together. And it really is. I mean, it's a real nice Zord. You know, I kind of like the way they had the snake form the hips and the left leg. Or the right leg, I'm sorry. Sorry, I get my left and their left mixed up sometimes. But yeah. I like how it makes the right leg and the hips, which is a real original touch. You know, got the yellow Zord on the left leg, red dragon forming the middle of the body, with the shark and phoenix on the arms. And what's interesting about this guy is, well, the sword is actually made from the neck and tail of the Dragon Zord, which is unique to Power Rangers. Most times the sword is a separate piece altogether, and doesn't really have any storage in the Zord modes. So this is a nice way to integrate it, and I'm pretty impressed. But yeah, like always, articulation wise, he's a brick. Got motion at the arms, that's it. The legs and the rest of the body are pretty much static. No head twist, no leg movement at all. Yeah, it's pretty much a brick. Now as far as the gimmick goes, I didn't really get too much into it on the Zords themselves, although you can do it from there. But basically, you can remove the heads, and each one comes off. And you can just plug them onto any one of these black ports here. So I'm just going to, probably going to topple over on me while I'm doing this, but we'll get this on here. Put it back on the back. We'll make a nice counterbalance. We're actually going to use these multi-ported wings. And pray that he does not fall over when I'm doing this. But yeah, you can actually move the heads to any of those black ports. And if you're like me, you can actually mount them all on the wings and make him look like a walking trophy case. Sick trophy case, really, for, well, maybe not sick, but, you know, not real big on the hunter trophy thing, but yeah, this is the first thing that comes to mind when you see this Zord on what to do with the head gimmick. And they practically ask you to do it the way they arrange the wings and ports. But yeah, you got that. Each other Zord has 2 ports for the heads to go onto. So you can actually arrange the heads as you see fit. So you can actually take and make the hands or the feet the hands and the hands the feet. And you can actually pose, and the wings are posable. You can put them on the back, put them up like this, which is the common way. They flap. So you got some options with that. And yeah, mine looks kind of ridiculous with the way I arranged the heads. I know, but you know, it's fun to be able to do that. Oh yeah, and the wings on the head are supposed to go up. Now the face sculpt on him is actually pretty nice. Get a closer look at that. Oop, too close. Too close. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, it's a nice head sculpt, which is always a good thing. And you know, the little animal heads are also well sculpted as well, even if they're on the wrong parts of the body. We'll get these switched up real quick. Another nice thing, they snap on secure, but they're easy to get on and off. Except for this one, that's a little tricky. But there we go, good as new. But yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about the series. Sorry, it wasn't one that I was watching a lot of. But, you know, I do think that this bot is pretty cool looking. And I like the way they got the weapon storage on his back, way they actually integrated it into the Zord itself. There's a lot of good things about this one. And I think it's a winner. I really do. For size comparison, first we're going to get it with one of the older toys. The Mega Dragon Zord. Actually, let me just see if I can get this off less than anything. There we go. Yeah, good as new. That was easy enough. There we go. Yeah, I know the cannons fell off, but that's okay. But you can see that the Zords have shrunk over the years. So because this The original Megazord here, this one came out in the times where Japan and America were using the same Megazord bodies, which is a trend I wish they would have kept, but, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. But as you can see, even with the Japanese toys being as they are, they're still using smaller Zords than they used to, which is something that is worth noting. But for a more modern comparison, we'll use the American version of the Samurai Megazord. And, you know, despite the, in all things considered, yeah, the size scales actually go pretty well. In fact, the Samurai Megazord's even taller. Go figure. But yeah, it's an interesting comparison. If I had the US version of the Gosei Great Megazord, I would be putting that up here. Because that would be probably the best comparison I could do, but unfortunately I do not have that sword. So, well, nothing I can do about that. Still, this is a nice toy, and I really do like it. If you are a fan of like Tokusatsu, the Gosei series, or the US Power Rangers Super Mega Force, this will be good to get. It's a very high quality toy, and you can get it at Toys R Us. It's about $80, so it's expensive, but I think it's well worthwhile. If you have the US version and don't feel like switching over, that's fine. You don't have to. You may want to pick this up just to get a comparison between how two countries can make the same toy differently. And anyway, I'll see you next time. Take care, so long, and have fun.